Hello, my name is Steve. I am the developer and creator of Pilot Deck, a new application for Microsoft Flight Simulator that integrates vPilot messaging as well as VATSIM traffic all into one in-sim EFB application. Now that we're in the aircraft, the first thing you'll see is an EFB. On the EFB is going to have the Pilot Deck application preloaded. On the center of the screen, you'll have a green arrow. That is your user mark. And if you highlight it, it'll give you your call sign as well as the altitude that you're currently flying at. All of the traffic is live VATSIM traffic. If you hover over any of those traffic icons, you will see that that is going to show their icon as well as the altitude that they're flying at. All the orange dots are going to be VOR frequencies. At the bottom of the screen, you will see a yellow man. That is your ground controller. Hovering over him will give you the call sign as well as the frequency. The red tower there is going to be a tower location. You'll also have the approach, which is designated by a red circle. And you also have the LAX center in this case, which is going to show you the center that correlates directly to VATSIM. Hovering over any of these will give you the frequencies. You can also go ahead and pan out to a full 500 nautical miles, which we have just done. You'll see a lot more than just the 250 that we had. But what we want to do now is we're going to load in a flight plan. So we're going to go to the SimBrief category on the top left, and we're going to put in our 7-digit SimBrief code and press import. First thing you're going to see is that this is going to bring up all of the waypoints that you have entered in via SimBrief that'll match directly into the new flight deck application. And you'll start at KLAS, which is Las Vegas, and it'll give you all the waypoints down into Quezon, which is San Diego. Everything will be listed, so it'll make it a lot easier to input into your on-flight computer. You'll also get the passengers, the block fuel, the cargo, and the payload, and you'll get the departure and the arrival airports listed below. Those departures will give you the ATIS frequencies. It'll also give you the altimeter in inches of mercury as well as hectopascals if you're flying outside of the US, and you'll get your wind direction and knots. If you wanted to go direct, you can just click the direct button on the right. Once you click that button, it's going to give you a straight line between your departure and your arrival, and it's going to change this area here for waypoints. Just going to be KLAS, DCT, which is direct to San Diego. But we're not going to do that, so we're going to go back and import the flight plan in all of its entirety, and this is where we're going to get all the information that you see below. All right, now let's click on the messages tabs that's illuminated, showing us that we have a new message. And you can see here that we have a communication via vPilot with the local LAX center controller. What we can do next is go ahead and acknowledge all of these messages. You'll also notice that our PDC has been broken out below, so it's going to give us all the information that we need. Next thing we have to do is just push this to Scratch, which will automatically bring up the scratch pad. You'll see that it was listed on the top here. We can go ahead and put it into the columns below. And we can also use that to integrate with an actual iPad in real life that you can go and use your finger to write on. I've done that with this smiley face as well as inputting my call sign and next to squawk code. And then if the ATS information is you have that. So in this information, we have information Mike. So I'm going to go ahead and put information Mike on the right. Put in the runway that we're going to be departing from, the altitude, as well as the frequency. So on the iPad, I just deleted back all the smileys. Now we're going to go ahead and be able to enter in our taxi information as we get that information directly from the ground controller. The next tab here is going to show us charts. So the charts are already going to preload the charts that are for that arrival and departure airports. On the departure airports you see here at KLS, it's only going to load and download the FAA charts that are correlated with the departure of that specific airport. On the arrival, it's only going to download the arrival charts for that specific airport. Next thing you will be able to do is go into each one of those tabs for your departure and your arrival airport and select the standard instrument departure or the arrival for all of these locations that is already pre-pulled from the FAA for each one of these airports. The last tab over there on the document, you'll be able to scroll down to pre-save JPEG or PDF documents such as checklists, flight plans, any additional information that you would require. You can now have availability to pull that directly into the sim via the Pilot Deck application. Thanks again for taking the time to review this application with me. I'm really excited about it. I think this brings a lot of features and benefits into the EFB that is not currently existing today, especially with the integration of VATSIM and VR. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave your notes below. I really appreciate your feedback and hope to see you out there. Thanks.